Welcome back, awesome action toy fans and subscribers. We are Sunday the 3rd of March 2024 and we're looking at these Boss Fight Studios figures here. This is Vitruvian H.A.C.K.S and we are Series 2. A lot of people said these two aren't available, aren't released yet. Well, maybe they're not, but I've got them in my hand here. So I guess the seller sold them early or sent them to me by mistake, even though I purchased them. Who knows? Okay, so let's look. We have the one that people have seen already. Coleop or Coleop Terror Assassin from Below. Does look really cool. I've got two of these because there's alternative heads. On the back it shows the wave. That's the Desert Wanderer, and that is Marvel Quell, the bard. I didn't bother with Leonardus. I haven't got any of the Leonardus and didn't really appeal to me. If you want to read the info there, you can. Pause and read that. Very cool. We then got the bard, who looks really nice, I have to say. Fantastic artwork on there. And on the back, again, if you want to read the info, you can. It does look good. Then lastly, we have got the just put him here. We've got the Desert Wanderer Barbarian Refugee. Looks a bit elf. 2 extra heads. I've actually ordered another 2. I'm not sure if they're sending them to me early or wait till they're actually released. I'm guessing early, so I'm looking forward to that as well. And on the back, you want to read about her, can pause and read that too. Okay, I'm going to unbox these and set them up. I'll be back in an instant. Stay tuned. And here they are set up. They all look fantastic. Really, really do look good. There are a couple of issues, and I'll speak about those in a moment. Before we look at accessories, please consider joining the Patreon, link in the top right of your screen now. Get to see all the reviews and videos before they're published on YouTube. Plus we have prize draws and we also have exclusive content from time to time too. Okay, let's look at accessories. We'll go from right to left. So let's look at Coleop. Is it Coleop? I think, or Coleop rather. So she comes with 2 extra pairs of hands. Now I have swapped her upper hands over. So she comes with 1, 2, 3, 4 open hands and 4 gripping hands, which I've swapped over. Let me stand up again. Which is great. The bard, his issue is that he's incredibly hard to balance. You may want to use what's it called? The foot plate to help him stand. Now the little banjo, guitar, whatever it's called, string instrument, that does help balance him. So Coleop also comes as alternate head, which is pretty nice. I prefer a different colour to silver on the eyes, I think, but it's not bad. And they all come with the Boss Fight Studio base, which is nice. Okay, and obviously Coleop, you see, you've got the 4 blades. Look at those when I do a close look at her. Okay, now the bard. He comes with a spare head. Well, I'm not too keen on his head, so I didn't get 2 of the bards. I mean, it's okay. It's not bad. I mean, there's potential there, but I thought, yeah, I only get the 1 bard. He has just 1 pair of alternate hands, and they are open hands. Bit too shiny on the black for my liking, but it's okay. Comes with a hood, and he comes with a nice armoured sort of breastplate there, which is pretty cool. And then the Desert Wanderer, the Barbarian Refugee, loads of accessories. I've already swapped her head around, so this is the standard head she comes with. A nice elf head, lovely details, do like that a lot. Comes with this head, which is a bit unusual because it's like a male head. That look a bit strange on her with boobs having a male head, but that's a lovely looking head. That could be for an, paint like a zombie, like an Egyptian mummy, loads of things. It could work on her, I guess. She comes with 2 cuffs or 4-arm sleeves. So you can change the look of her, because at the moment she's got these like what do you call them? I can't think what they're called now. These sort of wristbands on, leather wristbands. She comes with this sickle. Well, I've got to show something on the bard. Come back in a second. And she also comes with this awesome looking fork, pitchfork. She comes with a backpack and the staff. The bard also comes with 2 of these swords. I've got one of the swords already on him as well. So let's have a close look. So Coleop, I think that's the pronunciation I'm going to go for. She looks fantastic. Really nice sculpting on that. Does that come off? Was that one piece? No, you can take off the top if you wanted to. It's not sculpted on. Really nice looking figure. And what's great, having these clawed feet at the heel means she's extra easy to balance and stand up without a foot plate. He says as she's about to fall down, that's the pose I've got her in. The bard, however, he likes to fall down. It's really hard to articulate his feet. That's one of the issues. So close look. However, the face sculpt is really nice on him. Fantastic head sculpt. Nice hat that comes off. Obviously, you can take the cloak off if you want to as well. Holding his whatever stringed instrument that is. Beautiful sword. The other sword, I put down this little part in his belt section. I don't think you get both in there, but the nice thing is you've got the holes to attach more things. 1, 2, 3 holes to attach more things to his belt, which is cool. The issues with the feet for the balance is very hard to get a dorsiflexation when these are so low, and his cloak is heavy, so you've got to really lean forwards a little bit or hold heavy things in his hands, and he can stand up. Then the Desert Wanderer, the Barbarian Refugee, great head sculpt in this one. I like this one a lot. The staff is fantastic. You see that I've got 2 swords as well that I've put in the back here, or 2 sort of curved daggers, and it's really nice backpack she has as well. For me, I think she's the highlight. The only thing I'll say is when I took her out, I had to, you can either put the feet in this part in hot water, or I use some tweezers to go underneath and stretch out the plastic and push it up a little bit so I could get the articulation in the feet so she could stand. But now that's done, she stands lovely, and she's just a great looking figure. And the fact you can have that like that, you can go for the standard elf head, change the look again. You can go for this, I keep calling it a male head, maybe it is a female head, but it's a very creepy one. Go for this head here as well. It does look like a man's head. It's great. And then the cuffs, as I said, you can see this sort of a wristband she's got on. You can just put the cuffs on top, and so it's just the shirt. Change that look again. So you've got loads of options to change looks. She's probably the best value, I would say. Perhaps she's, hard to say, either her or Coleop is my favourite. I like the bard, but the fact he's quite difficult to stand is a bit of an issue. Okay, we'll go through articulation. We'll go through all of them because they'll be slightly different. I'll take the backpack off, just a pin. But it's hollow inside, that's okay. It needs to be hollow so it's not too heavy, otherwise you'll fall backwards. Now bear in mind, if you've got the hooded head, the articulation will not be as good unless you take the head out of the hood, and that's got no hair. In fact, can that come out? Let's have a look if there's any pin. You could have a, there you go. You get another look again. So if I have to take that out of there, give me a second, let me try this. Can I get that out while on camera? Okay, so we can't really use it because you can see there is a slot there to keep it, I guess, in place in the hood. That was worth a try. Boss Fight Studio, if you'd done that as a not a slot, we could have a bald head, that'd even better. Anyway, so articulation with this head here. Let's get a nice focus. Left and right is really good, but that's because it wasn't in properly. There we go. It's not a great fit on the head, to be fair. Left and right is good, up and down is good, and side to side is pretty good, but it's a little bit, feels a bit loose. All the way around on the arms. Obviously this might impede a little bit. To the side, well over 90, which is fantastic. Bicep, we're getting maybe a touch over 90, so that's good. Hand is gun articulation, and we'll turn. This hand is also gun articulation. There's no, oh, there's a trunk, I don't even lie, there's a trunk, so she can twist, not really forwards, backwards, not really side to side. There's no waist, oh, there's a slight movement from the waist, but just be careful. Hips, pretty far, which is nice. Forwards is fantastic. Backwards, not great at all. There is a thigh swivel, which is great. She's got a double kneecap. She get really tight if you take these parts off, which is great. And then the feet, there is a swivel side to side. There is no boot turn really that I can feel on her. But these sort of parts on the leg warmers on the lower legs really impede her tippy toe and impede her dorsiflexation. That's why I pushed them up a bit to get more dorsiflexation so you could stand up easier. Now the bard, bear on the cloak and to change things a bit. Left and right is lovely, up and down is good, side to side is awesome on him actually. Shoulders will go all around, but the cloak is going to get in the way. Lateral raise very high. Bicep is 90, which is good. Got a bit of a plastic tag. They can see that there. Okay. Hand is gun articulation again, but you will struggle with this cuff on, and you can turn the hand. Trunk, you can see lovely inking on the trunk, by the way. So trunk, really good forwards and backwards. You can turn, you can side to side. I'll check the Desert Wanderer again because hers wasn't very good. Hips, not bad. Does he have a waist turn? Hold that from here. Not that I can feel. Hips are great. Forwards, not bad. Backwards, not great. There's a thigh cut so you can turn. It's a double kneecap. His legs are going to be a bit stiff. I can feel. He gets tight. Now I'm assuming that he's going to have a boot turn because of the way the feet are. So let's have a look. Yep. So he's got a boot or shoe turn, which is great because it's just plugged in the joint. Tippy toe is okay. Dorsiflexation, now that I've had a bit of a play, is slightly better, but still really bad. That's why he struggles to stand up. And he does get a tiny, hardly at all, any foot swivel on that. Let's go back to our Desert Wanderer a second. Because her trunk wasn't very great when I tried. So she can turn, there you go, forwards, backwards, and side to side, that's better. And again, she also has the foot swivel, but it's a lot easier on her. A much greater range of motion than the bard. Okay, let's come to Coleop. Or Coleop. Awesome looking figure. So forwards, backwards on the head. Side to side is great, and turning is great. Rear arms, they go round, they'll go round all the way. They go back beyond straight. And then throwing her weapons away. And then the bicep bend is, I'll say, 90 degrees. Front arms will be the same because they are the same. The trunk, turn, forwards, backwards. There's some movement there, but don't try the waist turn. You might snap the pin aside. I've done that before with a not Boss Fight Studios figure. I should say a fake Boss Fight Studios figure. Side splits, really good. Front should be fantastic. Backwards, a little bit more than the others because there's no sort of sculpting on clothes to impede that. Thigh twist we can see. Double kneecap, very tight. And then the foot, we've got a really nice tippy toe. We've got a really nice dorsiflexation. And we can swivel in and out. But is there a boot turn? Not that I can feel from that. It looks like there might be, but I have to push that up more to see how it's connected. Doesn't feel like a boot turn on there. And then all her hands are gun articulation and gun articulation, and then the open ones are wave articulation. Barbarian's open hands are wave articulation, and then the spare hands on the Wandering Barbarian are, or Desert Ranger, also wave articulation. Very nice articulation on these. Okay, let me just set them up and then we'll do size and comparison, so stay tuned. Okay, they're set up, and you can see that I've swapped their heads around. I've changed the hands around on Coleop, the swords around on the bard, and I've changed the barbarian to the pitchfork. Okay, let's get an idea of size. They're all going to be about the same. So the bard is about 4.5, about just over 10.5 cm. Coleop again is about 4.5, about 10.5 cm. And the barbarian, wandering barbarian, the refugee barbarian is about 4.5, just under 4.5, about 10.5 cm. It's all about the same. So let's do a comparison. I am going to use a different figure for comparison today. One I picked up the other day. Use a Star Wars figure, and I've got quite a few of these. I might get some more, so I think they're just fantastic for fantasy. Let's make sure we can stand up first of all. Come on, stand up. Okay, that looks like it's going to work. Let's get the ankles right first. Okay, good. So this is a Geonosian from Star Wars. Looks very fantasy to me. Oh, don't knock him over. You see, it scales well with the Star Wars. Vintage collection be a bit small. I use my custom Fortnite Knight, who's going to be a bit smaller, but I think he's great. Just need to paint him one day in the distant future. And scales well with him. And then let's use Boss Fight Studios, my Sigurd the Survivor, who quite fancies his chance in this case because he's fought some big monsters in his time and survived. Hence his name. Oh, Sigurd the Wanderer, and you see, as you would expect, being the same brand, scales very well again. 3 great figures from Boss Fight Studios. Tiny issues with the bard and his feet, but you can get them to stand up. But they just look great. Great additions to anyone's collection. Oh, good for doing your customs as well, especially with the Desert Wanderer, the barbarian refugee. She's got a lot going on for her. They are just great figures. Okay, let me just quickly pose them up. Recommended. Now, if you've not done so already, I would ask you to consider joining the Patreon. I put the link earlier. There's also a link in the video description. And please like, share this video, and subscribe to this channel if you've not done so. I'll see you soon. Stay happy, keep collecting. Bye-bye.